signal in my focus. I wonder what's causing it.
Hello. Hello. Let's actually see. Maybe it's getting better. Let's hope for the best.
You all know what has happened. We were betrayed by our own brothers and sisters. As we speak, people are dying, slaughtered by the Numinos, who think we are their enemy. And I know what you are feeling right now. Anger. Anger aimed at those in our ranks who did this to us. But you're wrong. Despite their deed, they wanted to protect us, to fulfill their holy duty. And the same applies to Koarek and his soldiers. Yes, they are deluded. Yes, they have committed crimes past redemption, but they, too, only did what they thought was right. If there is someone to blame in all this, it's the High Ones, and no one else. They, brothers and sisters, they are the ones responsible. They have no mind, no compassion, no soul, and their only reason for existing is to destroy. They are cowards who act out of the shadows and play us against each other like puppets on strings. And right now, they think they have won. They think they can defeat us. But they will fail, because we are still here. We have the beacon, the only thing capable of stopping all this madness, and that is exactly what we're going to do. After that, you are free to go. Flee, fight, do whatever you think is best. I myself will surrender, because every drop of blood spilled after we have done our duty and destroyed the High Ones is useless. And even if the Numinos kill me, my death will be a sign. A sign that people like Koarek will never understand. Hatred breeds hatred. This is what history has taught us, and this is what makes the High Ones strong. Stand by me when the time comes, or go. But until then, fight.
Yep, lovely music indeed.
Follow me. We will talk in the Emporium.
I hope, by the way, you feel better, Michael. Or that you didn't really get sick. Let me say it like that. Okay, he was fast. Where are you, buddy? Okay. Holy cow, the old man is fast. Hard to say, at this moment I feel better than last time, but sometimes I feel okay and sometimes I feel horrible. I'm sorry for you, buddy. I hope it's that you're gonna be super well very, very soon.
And there she goes. 4,000 years this city has stood. And now she is aflame. It is a tragedy.
You told the others that we are going to find the Numinos, but how? How are you planning to get into the Undercity with the Neremes in the streets?
There is another way. I suppose you already know that the Order was never proud of the fact that something like the Undercity exists. And due to your dealings with the Relata, you also know that we, the Order, had an informal agreement with them. They rule the underground and we rule the surface. In reality, however, this is only half the truth. We never handed over the reins entirely. There is a Plan B in case things get out of control and the Undercity's inhabitants revolt, like they did once during the Blood Moon riots.
A Plan B. I have an idea what that might be, what it might mean.
Probably. I will make it short. There's a set of tunnels throughout the King's Mountain on which this temple was built, and they lead all the way down into the Undercity. They were built to release poison gas into the entire cave system.
In other words, if the Undercity were to revolt again, you would have simply killed them all out. That's nasty. And let me guess, your plan is to use these tunnels to sneak down into the Undercity. Okay, the first option first.
It would have been an option. With the gates to the surface barred, no one would have survived.
Okay. And now these tunnels are used to sneak in.
Down and back up again, yes. The Neremes do not know about these tunnels, and when they find out, it will be too late. We descend, we find the Numinos in the City of Floods, and we light the beacon. After that, you know what I will do. There is a way into the tunnels through the dungeons of this temple. Meet me and Skyrim there once you're ready to depart. And bring your beloved with you. Prepare yourself. We will meet in the dungeon.
Okay. Okay, meet Kalia in the Sun Temple. First of all, we are gonna quickly have a nap. And then we are gonna meet our beloved one.
I can't believe Sigil Bearer Bartar betrayed us. Not him.
Sorry.
Prophet, we will do what we can here, but hurry. Who knows what the Neremes will come up with to get inside.
I'm doing my best to sort things out. I cannot be everywhere.
No, a little farther. They are the same
Maybe I'm not even able to get to...
Catapults up here, and we have to prevent them from doing.
Yeah, okay. Then we are gonna regenerate by actually healing ourselves up. Not with a bow. I think that is pretty damn hard to heal yourself with that.
Saira.
Oh, not a nice sight, is it? The Grandmaster taught me to get you, Skyrim, and here are waiting in the temple dungeons. Are you ready? Let's start with the nice sight.
No, and so unnecessary. Rampaging
Not
through
nice
the
sight.
streets, slaughtering innocents, yet they still think they're doing the right thing. Sad, isn't it? Anyway, no point in worrying about it now, I guess. What did he say? How is he planning to get us down into the Undercity?
There are tunnels in the mountain. They were meant to pipe poison gas into the into the Undercity. In case they revolted, we are going to use them to get down there.
So a system designed for genocide turns out to be our path to salvation. If fate has anything, it is a sense of humor. Anyway, there is one thing I wanted to ask you before we set out. If things happen as Aranthael thinks they will you surrender to Quarak?
Honestly, I understand this point, but I can't see myself throwing away our lives like that, especially with all that happened between us. I don't know if there's any way to survive this. I'd rather take my chances. Maybe Aranthael is right after all. Our deaths could be a symbol for others. I actually don't really know. I don't know.
I can relate to that. I'll go meet up with Skyrim and the Grandmaster. I'll see you there.
Prophet, we will do what we can here, but hurry. Who knows what the Neramis will come up with to get in.
Wait, yeah, that is the way, sorry. Okay, I don't know. It opened, but we didn't go in. Weird. Anyways, now we are in. Damn nasty rats, man. Health potion. Horseshoe. +2 learning points. Neat.
Boys and girls, tunnels. There's one thing the Holy Order has always been. It's creative. Respect for that.
Okay, that door can be opened. I guess we are gonna need to pass through there. First of all, maybe Mage Light is gonna help out. I'm gonna see what the leveler is all about, by the way. If I find the Mage Light. Okay, I don't quite understand why we automatically can open up that door, but not complaining. And maybe saving is not that bad. There we go.
They're here. One moment.
Interesting. If I may ask, Grandmaster, how does that work?
It's a sigil, and it can only be opened by one bearing the Grandmaster's sword. Follow me.
Yeah, okay, I follow. I don't always need to lead the way. Maybe it just doesn't matter. Okay, let's get out our wonderful bone bow. There are enemies I do not like.
Enemies, get ready. Focus,
Pathetic, indeed. Oh, hello. Okay, take all of that.
This is the poison gas. As long as we do not open them, we can pass safely.
I agree.
Poison all by itself.
No. There are a total of 8 exits. And we will be using the one that leads into the Crow District. According to Maragil, could be able to find a suitable entrance point into the low depths from there. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk. I wanted to go into the Forbidden Tunnel, obviously. Alright, a couple of enemies. Let's have another save. And start with ranged combat.
That was a...
I know it's not that necessary to loot at all, but why not? Oh, come on, jump.
Focus, Kalia.
Ah,
What a
why didn't you
waste of time.
punch it? Alright, Undercity. Into the first quarter we go.
Here we are. You know this area better than we do.
I don't think so. Oh boys, come on. Bam.
You will.
Okay, I should... Alright, let's then take a step back and heal up. There we go. And what I totally forgot is to summon in our big guy. Might have helped out a bit. Don't know why our boys do not attack and our girl. Before they were knocked out, obviously.
Is that so? And the radiant being which was Malthus turned away and extended its arms towards the sky, and thousands of lightning bolts crashed down onto the wretched city, destroying everything, even the shack of Keteron and Selma itself. Yes, and those who still doubted the divinity of the Lightborn after their revelation were smitten apart. The smell of smoke and embers. Smoke and embers for the infidels. Doesn't sound too peaceful to me. Wouldn't you agree?
Let it go, Friar. They've already passed judgment.
Wise words, old man.
Not nice. No, I should have healed.
Focus, Kalia. Focus.
Okay, and when I said I should have healed, I meant I should have saved, actually. Saved and healed.
This is the place. Skyrim.
Yes, take cover.
Impressive.
Entropy.
Lead the way, Prophet. You know what we are looking for.
Okay, then into the deserted tunnels. Find the city of 1,000 floors.
Saira, you look pale. It was the echo again, wasn't it?
Was it didn't it say floors? Was it floods? Okay, I'm monitoring the upload speed, which is going up. That's why I'm not always paying 100% when I read attention, because I'm always looking to the left too. But was different somehow stronger?
Stronger?
That might be because we're getting closer to where the last cleansing happened. If we just follow the visions, they might lead us directly to the temple, and thus to their version of the beacon.
Okay.
Kirash.
But thank you for the correction on the other hand.
But what is it they're buying?
The High One.
Boys and girl. Yep, a bit.
And dangerous. Come, we need to get down there.
And beautiful.
He has betrayed us! Jakal opened the gates and now they're killing everyone!
The temple! Retreat to the temple!
You had a choice, and you've chosen ignorance. Now pay the price!
What did you see?
The Pyrian, someone betrayed them too and helped this jackal get into their city, and he seeks to have had motives similar to Korik's.
What? Prophet.
All that we've done so far is almost identical to how things went to the Pyrenees. We are still part of the pattern.
But does that mean everything we have achieved hasn't made any difference at all? That we found the Black Stones, the ancient starlings.
All that the Prophet has seen is that someone betrayed the Pyreans too, and that this jackal was deluded as this fool Korek. We knew that already. We are the first to be so close to lighting the beacon. I can feel it.
This place is very, very pretty, I totally agree. With the waterfall, the light which comes in, the trees. Just a long stare. Ain't that great? Oh, there are some enemies. I hardly notice you guys. Why? Yes, I was certain I double-checked if he's dead or not. Or it, to be precise. But I come back. Oh, and then I...
Why, Malthus? All these corpses.
That's a bit sad.
They should have decayed long ago.
Good question.
I think I found a secret level. See, I took a shortcut. That is how much skill I have. I'm sorry, I'm kidding.
Magic. Look at how gray their skin is. Like ashes.
What can I see here? It must have been their final moments before the Highlands devoured them.
In vain. This is tragic.
Yes, very tragic. Are you done?
Impressive.
I suppose we have company.
You are impressive, you know that? Everything around you is falling apart, yet you refuse to give up. Tell us, around you, what makes you keep going?
Are you trying to manipulate me? If so, save your breath and fight instead.
Oh my, so grim. How nice it would be if everything could just be killed, wouldn't it? Even the past. Tell us, do your companions know the truth about you? All of it?
Let's go. This is pointless.
Pointless? You wound us. All we want is to help them understand. Just look at them. How clueless they are.
Are you deaf? Shut up. Your games don't work on me.
You'll take that as a no.
But there has to be a way.
Not here in Inodan, Tilo. We could hide the pregnancy, but a living child? A lightborn and a mortal. It's blasphemy. As ridiculous as that may sound coming from my mouth. You could flee with him, you know. Take him somewhere where no one will find you.
What? Irlanda, that... No. They would recognize us for who we are.
Not if we took precautions. But even if they did, no one would dare oppose a Lightborn. No one. Tilo, please, don't let him grow up without a father. He will be special, I can feel it, and he will need you.
What is this? But... No, I can't. The Council, Irlanda. You know what they said about me. They want to do it.
You mean the exaltation? I can't believe you just said that. This is about a child, Tilo. Our child.
Yes, our child. Why don't you tell me another 1,000 times? I have
Stop this!
Damn it. And you should know that better than anyone else. You know how hard I've worked to get here, Irlanda. And now you want me to give it all up? For this thing?
Tilo, help! I just don't know what to say. being a seraph. It's a title by the name of the sun. A title. How could that possibly be more important to you than... Oh, I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Of course you can't. You've never known what it means to have to fight for something. We will give him away to one of your servants. It is better that way, for him and for us.
What would have happened if you had been there for your son, I wonder? Would he have ever started to blame the gods for this deep hatred lurking inside him? You made your son into what he became, and all because a promotion was more important to you than your own flesh and blood. And that is why you will fail here, don't you see? Because failing is what you do. As a soldier, as a protector of the gods, and as a father. You are a butcher, a loser, not the glorious savior you want people to remember you as. Admit it already.
That's a lot of... What are your orders, man?
You prophet fight at my side. So what you made of.
Yep, indeed, kinda cool. That's the reason why almost everybody hates Tila. Yeah, the good guys are always hated, right? I'm kidding. Understandable. No boy. Got stuck there. Oh boy. Great. Why is it not dying? Or not being hurt?
Focus.
Okay, and we are gonna obviously take a Ambrosia potion too. But might be... And I wanted to save, by the way, come to think about it. And it might be the first time that Tila's main character is being brought up. His fear of failure, his obsession of being the savior.
That was all of them. Quickly now, to the gate.
Although fear of failure is a common trait of humans, I think. I guess most of us have it.
What do we do?
We will break it open. Do you see the ballista up there? Keep a Sakarish. You. Wait. Do you feel that?
The sun.
No, I thought he was helping out. The dragon. A bit it helped out, I guess, because it opened up the gate.
Wait, he's moving.
Yes. Yes, that is good. Stay with us.
What happened?
You were hit by a piece of debris, but we are safe, at least for the moment.
The dragon. What about the dragon? Where is it?
His attack brought down the entire facade, but it also cut him off from us. He will not be able to get inside here.
What about Kalia? Where is she?
The building came down on top of her. There was nothing we could do. I know how close you were. I'm sorry.
But we have to search for her.
Yes, and we will. But to do that, we need to find another way out of this place. So, no matter what else we do, we first have to go deeper into the temple.
So what now? What do we do?
We finish this. That arrogant display of the High Ones was a bluff. They are afraid of us, and this puppet show out there was their last trump card. But they have failed. We're here, and we are close. All that matters now is that we summon the High One and take the Numinos from him. Then it is over. Thank the gods your injuries are only superficial. Just try to keep up.
Well, my physical injuries, I lost a loved one. My mentally I'm not that stable, I'd say. That is kinda cool too. Not the vision, the laser, or whatever that
is, the beam. Kiraj, did you see that?
Interesting. That must be the echo. We are so close to where the last cleansing happened that not only the Prophet sees it, but we do as well.
And there are some enemies behind us, buddy.
Is it important?
I just want to see. That's not hurtful, right? Yeah, okay. Just want to double check. Would have been funny if that beam would have, you know, or would damage us. That would have been quite... I'm sorry, kind of funny. That's what I wanted to say. So, crusty bread.
Will not stop!
No bugs. The beacon is all that matters. Understood? They must not harm it.
And I'm a bit lost, obviously. Well, as lost as I can be lost. It's not... I think it just looks that big. It actually... well, it is big. There are many ways, but I think it's not like a labyrinth. Always lead at one point, I guess. Can I collect... okay. Thought I could collect them roots. Okay, here the beacon is.
The beacon. By the gods, how similar they are. Skyrim, do you have the word of the dead with you?
Yes.
Good. Then place it in front of the beacon. And prepare yourself. Prophet, it is now up to you. Somehow you must recall the moment when the last cleansing happened. If Yayla's theory is right, this is the only way to get our hands on something close to a physical form of a High One.
And how exactly should I do that? I can't control the echo?
No, but maybe you can somehow lure it. According to all that you have told me so far, the echo seems to react to things or situations connected to the cycle. Take a look around and see if you can find something.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Give me some time.
Alright.
Okay, find fragments of the last cleansing to...
They are similar to magic, or the power responsible for the tides. They are pure energy.
Okay, that was one. Echo, there's another one.
He has betrayed us! Jakal opened the gates and now they're killing everyone!
The core of this sickness is in people's heads. It is a way of thinking. But you will never understand that, High Priest. Will you?
It was almost as if the beacon longed for the stones. They are the key. I feel it.
Okay, one more. Oh, hello. But yeah, obviously I need the last echo. I'm gonna be able to find it. The first four were quite easy to see, actually. And that's why, by the way, when we were having the little chat there and being told with the echoes, I saw the helmet and I was thinking, why didn't I see it before? That's actually the reason why I haven't seen it, because it was not highlighted, I think. Wait, I am at 4 or 5, yeah. Oh boy.
The beacon was created to banish the High Ones from existence, but to do that, we need something from them.
Come on, dude.
By the name of the sun. Is that...
A High One. We have made it. How are you feeling, Prophet? Luring the Echo like that, it must have strained you.
It has, but I cope. This place, it feels peculiar.
It does, indeed. We are in the consciousness of a past civilization. Do you see that up there? Yaela was right after all. This is our Numinos, the essence of a High One.
I wish you could see this.
Unbelievable. I have done it. In spite of everything.
Does the High One fear that we are here? Why doesn't it do anything?
We are in his thoughts. What could you do against that? Time does not exist here. At least not as we know it.
So what now? How do we get the essence inside the container?
We will see about that. Maybe that question will answer itself. Sharon, do it. Carry the container to the essence.
As you command, Aaron.
What is it? What are you waiting for?
Tell me, Aaron Theo. Back in the ruins, when the High Ones showed you that memory, it was the first time I saw you express real agitation. Not anger, but agitation. What you did to your son. Do you regret it, I wonder? That you abandoned him in exchange for prestige and power.
What?
I don't think you do. What got to you was being reminded of your own failure. Regret. You don't know that feeling. You never have. Not even after Kira.
Sharon, what are you?
I hired the mercenaries with Khalim. I helped him kill Lashari. And I let the Neramis into the city. And still, you don't have the slightest idea who I am, do you?
Why, you were there. The night of 1,000 fires.
Yes. I survived your massacre. One of only a few.
Then you did not follow my son because you shared his ideals. You did it to get to me. What for just now? Justice?
Justice. I am done with this world, Arantheo. I have been for a long time now. The only reason why I'm still here is a promise I made to someone. The promise that one day, I will be the one who takes everything from you.
Yusla, this is madness. Whatever you are planning to do, it will affect the whole world, not just me. If you want my death, why not just wait, damn it? Once we have lit the beacon, Korek will kill me. That way, all those innocent lives will be.
Just shut up! You take me for such a fool? As if there's anything in this world you would want more than to die a martyr! Teodor Arantheal, conqueror of the High Ones, savior of mankind. You like the sound of that, don't you? You like it so much. You know, at first, I was so frustrated with all the setbacks. When the Prophet saved Lashari's research in Aldrashengrad, and when Korek's first attack on the city didn't succeed. But then I realized that all of this would be so much more gratifying than anything else I could do to you. Your final attempt, and so close to your target, only to fail by my hand. You asked me once what my daughter's name was. Do you remember?
Nielsen, I beg you, please.
Lena. Her name was Lena.
No. That's impossible. You fool. Miserable, selfish fool! You killed us all!
Impressive, Arantheal. You really were close. A shame that you were too preoccupied with yourself to see it coming.
Beast! You damn beast! He was possessed from the start!
Oh no, Arantheal. I am afraid that is only half true. We reap, but you sowed. Of course we possessed him, but you did all the heavy lifting back in Kira, when you gave the order to massacre everyone dear to him, including his wife and his poor daughter. And so, it is a happy ending after all, isn't it? Without the Numinos, you have nothing to use the beacon's power on. And the only thing it is good for now is the destruction of your own beloved city. It will be a feast, and there will be nothing left of you once we've devoured you. Nothing but cold, gray flesh. It is just as we said. You have failed as you always have done. What is it, Arantheal? Lost your tongue?
No. No. I have not. Not at all. You have just presented me with a solution.
Are you deaf? There is no solution. The cleansing will happen, and you will all die.
Yes. Yes, we will. Your Messiah, the citizens of the city, the armies, we will all burn like the sun. And then it will be over.
You're fantasizing, Arantheal. Without...
Not this time. Here we must go our separate ways. Believe me, I wish it were otherwise. But in your condition, you would just be a burden. And I cannot afford any risks. I'm sorry.
And I do agree. He has quite the the voice actor is amazing. I totally agree. What are you talking about? What are you planning?
The High Ones are right. We cannot use the beacon to banish them anymore. But do you remember what the Archmagister said? Without the Numinos, the beacon's energy would burst out without direction.
Ah, too bad he passed away. That's sad. Yes, which is why we went to find the Numinos in the first place, lightning the beacon without it would only
cause a massive explosion. Yes. And that is the only thing we can do for mankind now. Koarek was and is essential to the High One's plan. Whatever shape the actual cleansing takes, he wants to make sure it will happen. And we, Prophet, we may have failed in breaking the cycle for ourselves, but not for the others.
The others?
The other people of this world. Arazial, Kira, Kile. They're affected by the cycle as much as Enderal. And I know that there must be people like us. People who have had the same dreams and feel what is about to happen. And if we kill Koarek and his armies, we buy these people time. Time to gather knowledge. Time to build a new beacon. And time to light it themselves.
Alright, you want me to remind you of... I already injected it in last time. We can double check, but I am 100% certain that I injected it. But we can double check in a sec. So you want to blow up the beacon, but what about the city? What about all the people who'll die?
Those whom the Nerimes have not yet massacred anyway, you mean? They will die, as you and I will. But they will do so for mankind's salvation. And this is something worth dying for. It is the only way, don't you see? Either we die here, rotting with the Pyreans, or we choose to give our death meaning by at least stopping this fanatic Koarek and his armies. The High Ones are a lot weaker than they pretend to be. I feel it. We were so close to destroying them. And I have faith in the others out there who will fight them. They will succeed where this scum Skyrim made us fail.
What? Have you lost your mind? We can't put a death sentence over all Enderal just for some vague hope. These people and thank you for the reminder, by the way, Michael. These people, they trust you, Arenthiel. We are buying them time. Yes, maybe you are right. Maybe that's all we can do now. Okay, no. Have you lost your mind? Quite obviously. Well, the game doesn't want us to take the first option, right? It always jumps to the second one. It says take the other one. Okay, what? Have you lost your mind?
So, a shepherd cannot decide the fate of his sheep. What is this really about, Prophet? Your life? The life of this woman who's so dear to you? Now is not the time for arrogance and selfishness. All of this is about more than just us. That you fail to see this disappoints me, Prophet. I thought better of you than that. But it does not matter anymore. I've made my choice. I'm sorry.
It all begins with the dreams. Breathe.
Can, by the way, double check. It was the dream potion thingy. Yeah, dream flower elixir. It's not just the elixir. The recipe is in inventory, so we have already injected us in our beautiful body. Right, now's not the time for arrogance and selfishness, says the guy driven by arrogance and selfishness.
Into the mind of a High One? I hope you're joking.
Do you get like plus 10 entropy when you drank it? I don't recall that, but I would say yes. I didn't see it, but I really drank the Dream Elixir potion. Otherwise, it would still be in inventory, and I really drank it. We probably have. Then I've just seen the plus entropy. I've not either forgotten or not seen. Okay. We need to investigate the portal.
This was their last stand. They are afraid of us. I feel it.
If... Believe me, I definitely have not dropped the elixir. I drank it. I guarantee you.
You've killed us! You've killed us all! You have just shown me the solution.
Okay, get ready for a super long dialogue. Alright. If I find the dialogue. Oh. Ah, okay, I see. It's like a Optimus Prime here, or a Megatron.
No, this is impossible.
What the... Who are you? What are you? What is this place?
Why are you here? Be gone, Phantom. Be gone and leave me to my slumber.
Phantom? What in places are you talking about? What's the meaning of this?
Then this isn't a dream. You really are here. But why? The Prophet dies when the Emperor leaves him. This is the course of the game. It has always been so. Explain yourself. How did you find this place? And why do you still exist?
The Veiled Woman, or the Veiled Woman, she healed not all. She healed me and opened a portal.
Her? But why? She does not have a mind. She does not have feelings. So why should she do this? But still you speak the truth. I can feel it. Then could it really be that the unlikeliest of all eventualities has become reality and brought you here?
She's the most mysterious and important character in the whole game. Okay, I see. The unlikeliest of all eventualities. Are you saying that me being here is coincidence?
Coincidence or caprice, I do not know. The Veiled Woman cannot be understood.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you? What are you?
I am sorry. It's been too long since I've spoken to anyone. I have had many names. The Arcarians called me the God of Death. The Moonskin people, the Warden of Dreams. The Pyreans, the Demon of the Deep. For your people I am, or
or was, the Black Guardian. Pompous names, I know. However, I am none of these, neither god nor demon. I am only an eye, condemned to observe again and again.
You know the Pyrians, by the gods, how old are you?
As you measure time, older than your most daring chronicles go back, by far. I have seen them all, since our people fell. Every civilization, every cleansing, every turn of the cycle.
Then you somehow survived the cleansing of your civilization. Are you one of the ancient starlings?
What? No. The starlings came long after me. I was only a fool who wanted to save his own skin at any cost. I knew the cleansing would come. I had known it long before the Red Madness and the war started. But I also knew that fighting it as my people did, and as most do, was pointless. So I looked for another way to prevail, and I found it. What you see here is the result. The Goliath, as I liked to call it back then.
The Goliath, what exactly is that?
What is it? My self-dug grave. What it was meant to be was a body of steel, an immortal machine with which I planned to merge my consciousness. Only organic life could be reaped by the High Ones, and I thought that by becoming a machine, I could fool them. By the name of the sun, how brilliant I thought myself. I wanted to become a god, laughing in the face of time. But let me spare you my self-pity. What happened, happened.
So you planned so you planned to outlive your own people. To what point? Living in a dead world?
No. Joining the Goliath meant immortality. All I had to do was sleep and awaken once more when the cycle started again, and new life came forth. Except that this new life would not have been defenseless. I would have been a true god to them, one capable of protecting them from the High Ones. No imaginary figure like the Creator. No false gods like the Lightborn were, to speak in your language.
But your plan did work. You built this machine, became it, and survived the cleansing?
As the only one of my people? Yes. But it happened faster than it should have. And when the cleansing occurred, the Goliath was not yet finished. And as the Emperor unleashed the light, I had no choice but to complete the joining too early. A fatal error, as it turned out. I did survive, yes. But I am trapped inside this unfinished machine. And ever since then, all I can do is watch. Again and again.
What do you mean you can only watch? We are thousands of leagues in the deep here, aren't we? To be clear, you have been here since the High One... Okay, first option. Since the High Ones devoured your people. Okay, first one.
Yes.
First.
But a part of the Goliath is the eye. It allows me to see what happens on the surface everywhere. Not as literal as you imagine, of course. I see schemes, feel emotions, similar to your gift, to the Echo. But they are enough to understand.
Okay. Since the High Ones devoured your people?
Yes. It was not how I planned it. The Goliath in its final form was meant to be divine. A synthesis of man and steel. But I overestimated myself. And I acted too quickly, driven by fear.
So, we haven't lost yet. Whether the High Ones triumph or not depends on what happens after Renthiel has blown up the beacon.
No, you do not understand. You are stumbling through the fog, even now that it is almost over. By themselves, the High Ones are not the problem. If we would just see them as they really are, they would become powerless.
Powerless.
Yes. It is hard to put into words. I myself do not know everything about the High Ones. Only that they are part of something we call the cycle. The civilization arises and blossoms, and then, always at the same stage of their development, the High Ones appear, and with them, the Red Madness. People start losing their minds, wars erupt, and chaos rules. Until 2 or 3 years later, the cleansing happens. The moment when the High Ones devour the collective consciousness, the gathered minds of this civilization, to give birth to a new one of their own. Despite all of this, nobody knows what drives them. Perhaps they act out of malice, out of an urge to survive, or perhaps they do not even have a will of their own, but are like a force of nature. But I do know one thing, as powerful as they might be, it is mankind who gives them that power. We make them into what they are, because what nobody understands is simply this. The High Ones feed on what humanity has the most of, their ego, greed, pride, fear, and their everlasting search for an enemy who was responsible for all their misery. It is those traits the High Ones make use of. These characteristics are what make us human. And by themselves, they are harmless. Only when we bury them, when we deny them, then they play into the High Ones' hands. So why is this, you ask? It is simple. The High Ones alone cannot make the cleansing happen. Only a human can. With the beacon, my knowledge about it is as limited as my knowledge about the cycle. It has existed since the beginning of time, and despite what you might now believe, the ancient writings about it are true. Lit by the ones who carry the Numinos, it can banish the High Ones once and for all. But it can also destroy us. Because what happens when it is lit without a core is far more than an explosion. It is the cleansing, the triumph of the High Ones. And even as we speak, a human, Renthiel, has done it again. A bright light will appear from the heart of the machine and open a hole in the sky. And within hours, it will spread throughout the world, and they will all feel it. A fire that burns them from within. A white light which will break through their flesh. Do you understand now? The High Ones have no power. All they do is to feed on our weaknesses, manipulate us into bringing about our own destruction. It is we who forge the sword that kills us. We who lead them to their victory. Even though the key to salvation has always been fate over and over, and only because we refuse to see the truth. Yes, the High Ones are our enemy, but who wants to hear that it is our ego, that dark voice within us, that empowers them? It is so ironic. The moment we would realize all this would be the moment it all came to an end. But we do not. They reap, we sow. Dreams, thoughts, visions, they are everywhere, but the principle is always the same. They throw a tainted seed into a fertile ground. The rest happens by itself.
Okay, so what you're saying is that without our assistance, the High Ones would be powerless, that the cleansing would never happen?
Just think for a moment. When did the High Ones ever do anything other than manipulate you? Did they ever physically influence any events? They incited the Naramis to march against you, and time and again confirmed the righteousness of both your causes. All they told you, all they showed you, was what you wanted to hear and what you wanted to see. And yes, if you, Teolor Rentheal, his order, and the Naramis had never acted, the cleansing would never have happened.
Professional manipulators. Yep, so it seems. What, and this is really no reason for... And there is really no reason for all of this. I can't believe it.
Maybe there is. But if so, I do not know it. But the more turns of the cycle I witness, the more I get the impression that it is some kind of trial. A cosmic game, woven by powers we have not even come close to comprehending. Maybe this is just wishful thinking, to give all this pain a meaning, when it does not have one. Maybe the High Ones are simply a law of nature, a concept, and we give birth to them by believing there is such a thing as an ultimate external enemy in the first place. The eternal struggle with ourselves. Perhaps that is just part of what it means to exist.
All the time I'm wondering, is this actually a little figurine in there? Is this a... Anyways, return. Then that means Rentheal is initiated the cleansing. That's him, that's the Black Guardian. That's what I was wondering, yes. Okay. I was not sure if that actually is a figure in there. Then that means Rentheal has initiated cleansing. He has signed the death warrant for all humanity.
Like 1,000 others before him, the High Ones knew exactly what they had to do to get him to commit this last act of desperation. They played him with his weaknesses and fears, like a figure on a chessboard. And the saddest part is that until the very end, he will believe that he has done something good.
Because he wouldn't accept failure, no matter the price.
That was his greatest fear, yes. To be remembered as a failure, a broken man. That was the stream the High Ones manipulated him from the moment he died, after attempting to flee from his prison on Nerim.
From the moment he died, what do you mean?
The real Orynthiol. He is dead, Prophet. He is a fleshless one of the mightiest tools of the High Ones. Just as you are.
I am dead. I am dead. I am dead. Then what is this, an illusion?
I wish it were. The methods of how the High Ones influence us are plentiful, and the red madness and their ability to enter our dreams are not their only means. Their mightiest tool is the creation of projections, fleshless ones, or emissaries, as they are also called. If a person dies, and if this person has one last unfulfilled wish, a compulsion, then the High Ones have the power to create a projection of him, an immaterial image of the deceased, which thinks itself real and is perceived as such. What no one notices, not even the projection itself, are two things. Firstly, it is driven by this last unfulfilled desire. Secondly, it becomes an idealized version of its former self, almost tailor-made to free itself from the last compulsion, that ultimate scourge. The daughters of fishermen become warriors. Broken generals become charismatic and driven leaders who seem almost too determined to be real. You are one of these projections, as are all of the emissaries. You are a fleshless one, a spirit searching for liberation from something. I do not know your past before you came to this land, because before you became the prophet, you were insignificant. But what happened to you and your friend on that ship? You never survived it. You drowned in the Red Sea, and in that very moment, the High Ones entered your mind and made you into what you are today. And other than myself, the High Ones knew your compulsion, knew the desire that drove you. Whatever it was, it made you predictable, and it allowed them to play you, just as they played Orynthiol and Korak. Do you see it now? Every dream the High Ones sent you, every time they appeared to you, they all had but a single purpose: to feed your self-image, to push you in a certain direction. They wanted you to play the game for their purposes, and they succeeded. You read the echo of the future, as other prophets did before you. You helped Orynthiol reconstruct the beacon, and led him to the Numinos. When he saw that it would be taken away from him at the very last instant, his fear of failure led him into doing what he did.
Then this means I'm responsible, I caused the cleansing?
You are not to blame, Prophet. You did what countless others did before you, and you did it because you thought it was the right thing to do. Only one thing is different. In all the time I have been here, never before did a projection realize its own nature. You were meant to dissolve like the rest of mankind. Yet, here you stand, and I tell you the truth. This was never meant to happen.
But then that means that the beacon was a trap set by the High Ones from the very beginning.
No, it is as I said. For as long as the cycle has existed, so has the beacon. It is an element of the game, and it has the power to end it, whether in favor of the High Ones or in favor of mankind. Yet for as long as I have been trapped here, the latter has never happened.
Okay, so the High Ones wanted us to reconstruct the beacon. They made me do it.
They gave you impulses, nudges in the right direction. Those who know a person's past know which strings to pull.
What about the ancient starlings? They managed to flee the cycle, didn't they? How?
The starlings, in their time, were called the Yalam Rache. And yes, they manipulated the game in their favor. Their goals were similar to mine when I created the Goliath. They were a small circle of highly intelligent craftsmen and mages. And just like myself, they did not think the cycle could be won by the beacon alone. So by unknown means, they fled into the sky and created something that protected their city from the cleansing.
But what happened to them? Are they really the ancestors of our starlings?
Yes, but knowledge about their history is sparse, since the Star City was almost beyond the reach of my eye. But I know that its first centuries were glorious. The Yalam Rache lived in harmony, and their society was the pinnacle of all that mankind could be. With time, however, their population grew. They became too numerous for their small city, and so they invented their golden rules, which were supposed to control their growth. Having children was regulated now, and those who were found guilty of a crime were punished heavily. The worst sentence was being exiled. The convicted were robbed of their memories and sent back to Earth. This is where the starlings of your world come from, do you see? And this is why they all feel this longing to return to a far distant place in the stars. It is an ancestral memory.
That explains a lot. But what happened to them? Why was the city deserted?
I do not know. As I said, my knowledge about the starlings was always limited. All I do know is that one day they were gone. I could not feel them anymore. By that time, their society had become but a shadow of what it once was. But whether they destroyed themselves or left for someplace else, I will never find out.
Have you ever listened to yourself?
Oh, believe me, I have. I've done nothing else for a very, very long time. But it is true, whether you want to believe it or not. In time, you would have noticed it. The wrinkles in your skin would not have become any deeper, nor your hair any whiter. And if the cleansing were to be stopped, you would continue to exist forever. What reason would I have to lie to you?
Maybe there's a reason for all of this. Maybe we can still stop the cleansing. Yeah. Come on. There, come on.
Oh, believe me, I have. I've done nothing else for a very, very long time. But it is true, whether you want to believe it or not. In time, you would have noticed it. The wrinkles in your skin would not have become any deeper, nor your hair any whiter. And if the cleansing were to be stopped, you would continue to exist forever. What reason would I have to lie to you? Oh, stop it. No, it is too late for that. By the name of the sun, it is so ironic that the veiled woman did not lead you here earlier. It is over, Prophet. You are strong, but regardless of how long your power can protect you from the light of the cleansing, eventually you will dissolve too. Even if... Wait. No. Maybe you are right. Maybe there is a way.
What way?
But no. It would be pointless.
What would be pointless? Why?
Forgive me, I have to think. Yes, there could be a way. What I told you is true. Here on Earth, you would not survive the cleansing. But there is one place where you could. The Star City. I know that you brought something back from your journey there. The escape pods. And I know that they can also take you back there, for I have seen the Yalam Rashe, the ancient starlings, do so. Whatever has protected the city over all these millennia, it would protect you too. Yes, you could survive it. By the face of time, you could.
You want me to flee, but to what end? That wouldn't stop the cleansing.
No, it would not. But that is irrelevant. You are fleshless, a projection. And just like me, time cannot touch you. Age cannot kill you. And thus you could succeed where I have failed. You could wait for the cleansing to be over. And then create a new humanity.
Do what?
Create a new humanity. It is only a matter of time until the new turn of the cycle starts. New life will come forth. First, simple life, then human. And just like the civilizations before them, they will also fall victim to the High Ones, because they will have the same weaknesses as we do. But not with your help. You could be a god to them. You could guide their ascent. You could shape a mankind free of egos and weaknesses. And by doing so, you would deprive the High Ones of their power. Just imagine, in this new world, there would be no need for a beacon, because the High Ones simply would not have any strings to pull on. Mankind will defeat them by becoming superior.
What exactly makes you believe I would survive the Star City? Those machines there tried to kill us?
Yes, because that old starling did harm to the city by trying to destroy a crystal. That awoke the Guardians, but they are asleep now. I can feel it. You would be safe, believe me.
Still, that would mean leaving mankind to die.
No, they are already dead, damn it. Orinthiel has lit the beacon, and unlike anything else you could do right now, this would be a chance for permanent change. By the face of time, do not let all of this become meaningless. Every second you waste doubting lessens your chance to get to safety.
Mankind without ego, what is that supposed to mean?
The High Ones reap, we sow. It is our weakness that make the High Ones strong, our ongoing fragility. And if not for that, the High Ones would be powerless. You could be the one to create a humanity like that. Altruism instead of greed. Self-responsibility instead of the continuous search for an enemy. Awareness instead of blindness.
What makes you believe I could do that? The Lightborn tried to do the same thing and they
The
failed.
Lightborn tried to force their ideals onto an already rotten people. Just like the Pyrean Sun Priest and the countless false deities before them. You cannot save a tree whose roots have already withered. But with you as a deity to lead this new mankind, it would be entirely different. You could completely change what it means to be human. And would it not be presumptuous to rob the world of this chance? Simply because you are afraid of failing? Believe me, I would give a lot for this chance.
Okay, now that's wrong. I can't let all those people die. There has to be another way. You hinted at something.
Yes, I regret that I did. Please, right now, you have the chance to break a millennial-old pattern. Do not let it go to waste. I beg you.
I will make a decision once you have taught me all my options.
Ah, you are so stubborn. But, well, you might be able to destroy the beacon itself. The light, it consumes everyone who gets too close to it. But you, as a projection, you might be able to do it. It will not stop what the beacon has already done, but it will interrupt it. However, it would mean your death. Yours and that of all life in Enderal. It is too late to save them now. And even if you succeed, it changes nothing. Yes, Korik would be dead. But do you think the High Ones would just give up? They would retreat for a few years. Decades, maybe. No more. And then it would all happen again. Until another emissary lights the beacon. Trust me, I know humans far better than I would like to. Within a few years you would be forgotten. And they would win. As they always do.
Not if someone were to tell them everything that you just told me. Not if someone could flee.
And who would that be? Even if there were someone, do you think anyone would listen? If he were to tell them that humanity itself is to blame, that the ultimate enemy does not even exist.
It would be worth a try.
You are delaying the inevitable, nothing more. And you are throwing away a chance, which we might never have again.
I will not be the judge over the life and death of so many. I will destroy the beacon.
Then you will change nothing. But what can I do? I am powerless. Go. Do what you must. Deal with the consequences. There is one more thing I need to ask of you, however. One final request. I want you to shut me down.
Shut you down, you mean kill you?
Yes. I want to finally rest. I will not spend another 1,000 years watching this tragedy unfold. You could have changed it, but you did not. There is nothing I can do now. Please, do it. The switch is in front of you. That was how I connected myself to the Goliath. It will cut the connection as well. Do it. And then go. Go and fulfill your fate. Forgive me. The two of us will now exchange places. I am sorry for the deception, and if there were another way, I would not do this. You could have made the right choice, but you refused. And I will not see this chance go to waste. I cannot. Once this is all over, I will send someone to free you from the Goliath. But until then...
Over here, Sayura, quickly!
By the name of the sun, are you alright? I was so worried when...
Miserable fool! I would have kept my word. But if you want to play games, fine! I have had enough time to practice!
Oh.
The game crashed. But that's actually a good... It is really lagging again since nearly all of the conversation. We are gonna finish this up on Sunday, actually, in the hope that it's gonna be a bit better. Yes, and it is lagging too as hell. It's not my... I didn't see that I would like to finish off the game or have at least the boss fight without this lag fest, by the way. And I don't see that it's gonna getting better. I don't wanna have half of it actually dropping to Nirvana. Except if it's gonna get... We can have a try, but if it's gonna get unstable again, I'm gonna end it then. We can have a try, and if it's not going on for like 20 minutes, like the conversation, which was way too long, we can try, but I still think that the conversation they should have at least halved. It was way too long.
Don't let that golden thing reach you! That doesn't look good. Get away from the runes! The shields are down. The generators now!
I'm down too late. So that's the last try for today. And then we are gonna do it on Sunday.
For the name of the sun, get down! The generators, now! What are you doing? You'll get yourself killed! We need to deal with these things first! Get away from his face, now! Focus, Kalia. Focus. Machine now! The shields are down. The generators, now!
No! What have you done?
I suppose the explanations will have to wait.
I will tell you on the way back as best as I can, but right now we need to head back to the temple. The cleansing, it is happening right now.
I had a feeling that might be the case. Go on ahead. I will follow. I had assumed as much. Yuslan and he didn't even try to help me after that dragon attacked us. I was lucky to find another way in, otherwise I would never have found you. And you are...
What is it?
My head, it feels as if it's on fire. This must be the cleansing. If this is how it feels down here, then fate have mercy on those who are on the surface. Don't you feel anything?
Faintly, it's dull somehow.
Then the Black Guardian was right, wasn't he? What you are, your fleshlessness, it protects you. Kirash, I just don't understand. You are here, standing right before me, and I can see you. How is that possible? Could you really be an illusion?
I don't know, but it's the truth. It makes sense now. What the H-Man said about me and my corpse in the living temple.
I suppose so. So, what now? Your decision, is it final?
The Black Guardian was right. We have to flee, even if we are able to save the ones who are already dead. They would only repeat our fate. Just cannot leave mankind to die. I have to stop the cleansing, even if it means my own death, so as to stop the High Ones. I don't know. What would you do?
What would I do? I don't know, Saira. Just thinking about a question like this is so bizarre. But if I were in your position, I don't think I could just flee. I mean, look at it however you want, but the fact is that there would be a chance to save at least some of these people by destroying the beacon. Not taking that opportunity would be sentencing millions to death. But that's my rational half. You can imagine what the other voice says. I don't want to lose you.
Alright, that means... just gotta leave mankind to die. If I have to stop the cleansing, and the survivors will deal with the High Ones.
Yes, they have to. Then I should leave this place before it is too late. This burning, it's getting worse by the minute. Kira is close enough to reach it by Myrid. Maybe the Golden Queen will listen to me. Then the rest is up to them. Things would have been different without you, Saira. I will not forget you.
I'm sorry for all this.
You do what you have to.
Floating, ghostly, body-wee thingies. I've no clue. I hope he's at the beacon. Quick look, I haven't seen him. Otherwise, it's luckily optional. Then it is what it is.
I thought you were dead. The beacon. The Nermese. They tried to storm the temple, as the Grand Master said they would. We tried to stop them, but there were just too many of them. Aren'Thil, he came back just when we thought it was too late.
What did he say?
That Sakarish, Yuslan, and you... He said that the High Ones got you. But that he had the Numinos with him, and that he would save us all.
He lit it.
Yes. Just then the Nermese broke through the gate. But it all happened so quickly. There was this flash, and suddenly this rift in the sky. The light, it burns us. Can't you feel it?
I'm different, it's hard to explain. I do but faintly, but only faintly, I don't know why.
Mysterious until the very end. But you shall be forgiven. I guess it doesn't matter anyway, does it? I don't have much longer. I can feel it. Tell me, my friend, why? Was the beacon a trap from the very beginning? I thought it would save us.
It could have, but we have never found the Numinos Despa. Skyrim destroyed it, Aranthia lit the beacon without it, and this is why what triggered the cleansing.
What? But you're here. That must mean something, right? You can stop it. You have to.
I can and I will, yes. It's too late for that now, but there's still hope.
Yes, of course you will. It's what you do. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Here I am, Jaspar Delveric, the man who for once in his life wanted to be part of something good. Man, some great hero I am. But you know what? I don't regret it.
That's the band.
Erlander, is that you? I did it.
So you're doing your caster cleansing.
What? No, you're wrong, darling. I saved them. Don't you see? I led them to the light. I alone.
Kirash. Saira? You're awake. But I thought you were... Forgive me, I just don't know what to make of this.
How did I get here? I only remember this white light, then nothing.
Yes, because you were asleep for 2 weeks. I thought you'd never wake up again.
2 weeks, but where were we? What is this place?
This? Al-Rashim. We're in Kira. Saira. You made it. You destroyed the beacon and you stopped the cleansing.
What? But the beacon should have killed me. How is this possible?
It's possible because I came back to get you. Come, I need to process this. I was already on the Myrid, and we had just reached the Red Sea. Then there was this massive explosion. Everything went up in a bright flash of light as if the sun had exploded. Saira, it was terrible. For a moment, I thought that was it, that I was too slow. But then, all of a sudden, it was all over, and I was still alive.
Then the Black Guardian was right. The explosion destroyed Enderal.
Yes. Everything. But it worked, Saira. You saved us.
For a high price.
You can't allow yourself to think like that. You did what you could, and you would have even given your life if necessary. Without you, we'd all be gone now.
But I don't understand. I thought the explosion would kill me.
Well, actually, I had hoped you would have an answer to that. After the explosion happened, I had this feeling that you were still alive.
So you came back to get me.
Yes. I know, Saira. It was irrational and it was foolish. But the thought that you might still be there, that you might still be breathing, how could I have just run? It was terrible, you know. Nothing was left, just debris, corpses, and dust. But still, there you were, buried under the stones, but still alive. Even then, I asked myself how that could be possible, but it didn't stop me from pulling you out from under the rubble. Then I put you onto the Myrid's back and flew off, without looking back.
How far did the explosion reach?
I don't know. But Duneville, the Farmer's Coast, it's all gone. Turned into a wasteland. Let's not talk about it now.
But how the places could I have survived? I was standing right next to the beacon when it exploded.
I know, Saira, I know. But you did survive, however that may have been possible. And how does the first lesson of magic go? Everything that can happen, will happen. In other words, you died in a million other realities, but you survived in this one. In ours. It's all just so arbitrary.
What about the cycle, about the High Ones? Did you tell the Golden Queen about them?
No, I haven't been granted an audience yet. And I also didn't want to leave you in case you woke up. But now that you have, she will listen to us. She has to. The problem is that the people of Kira have no idea what awaits them. Most of them don't even believe the stories of Enderal having been destroyed. Also, the Black Crescent movement has resurfaced, and according to word of mouth, they are praying to strange otherworldly deities. You can connect the dots.
The High Ones.
Yes. The game has started over. Saira, tell me, do you really think we can make it? I mean, what if they won't listen to us? You know, the more I think about it, the more I come to believe that we humans are usually very well aware of what we do, even if it's the wrong thing. And do you really think we, with our bizarre story, can change things for the better? That we can get them to actually listen?
Yes, we will manage.
Look at you. After all that has happened, you still haven't lost your optimism. This is why I love you. But the name of the sun, it's strange. To stand here, talking to you. When you said goodbye down there in the Sun Temple's dungeons, when we kissed, it all felt so final. But now you're here, talking to me. I still can't believe this is really happening. I mean, what if this is all a dream? A trick played on me by my own mind?
Sometimes there are miracles, and after all we have been through, I think that we have earned ourselves one. Don't you agree? It's not a dream, we just got lucky, like I said. For what it's worth, I've been asking myself the same thing ever since I woke up.
Isn't that great? But you know what? Being here with you, hearing your voice again, I would give everything for this. Everything. The High Ones, the cycle. What's the point in fighting if you end up all alone? So even if this is a dream, I don't ever want to wake up.
Alright, and that was Enderal. Sorry for the laggy mess today, but it is what it is sometimes, right? So we had the dream flower, the dream ending part with it, and are finally through. Let's hope that everything's gonna be better on Sunday, and yeah, we will then hop into something new or old. Let's actually find out. Thank you for watching, and I'd say we had a good time, or at least I had a good time. I had quite a long time overall, and we will crack on here differently with something else on Sunday. Thank you for watching. Michael, thank you for the help, by the way. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for 3 likes, by the way, and hopefully we're gonna see us in the stable next stream. Until then, good night and goodbye.